go into our first game of the day. Waru Shattered Pacific Legion out the Absolute Zero versus the outdated Drafters. This is a best of 3 again, fearless draft.
So and just like that, one sweeper will just clear off all that minion, and now this is a wave building up that could be potentially a dive, so Zizune really has to respect that. Doesn't have the elbow available because he's clear off the wave. But he's still gonna be sniped right from across, and just like that, it's first blood for Absolute Zero. At least negates a little bit more of that damage, but look at the Spirit connecting once again. Musagi now with the World Ender commits right through, and he's going to be looking to at least deny him a little bit of that space. Zizune now with the equalizer, lands it right through, but that's going to be able to go in for a 1-for-1 trade. And he's just so explosive to kick things off. Both sides really showing a lot of interesting exchanges, and there we go. Gets them all rooted up as they're going in for emotion. And just like that, the rocket does strike, connecting right to a dodge.
Those kind of, man, Nidalee, man. Nidalee, if the head, looks like jumping onto the Silver here, has to flash away, but that flash is not going to be useful because she is going to be taken down again by this Nidalee.
I forgot what's the advance?
It's a very old ability. I remember Twisted Tree Line for some reason, and
that's a very old man.
The Twisted Tree Line, we call it Twisted Tree Line, and then the Nidalee gets another one. Hey, maybe
having the great dive back onto them with all the members jumping right in. The TP set right through, and they want to collapse. Calculus without locking 2 members intact, but it's not going to be able to matter all too much because Yun is right here for a rescue, but they will be able to strike first, taking out the Corki. Yu is already out for a list, and make that a double for emotion. Is this going to be a triple? Not going to be quite yet. It is going to be that shutdown secured, but it is a lost cause, and somehow there's a flank coming in away. There we go, Musagi looking for his target. He flashes the wall. He does connect it though. Love JL, he's barely got enough mana. He is not going to be able to really dive deep for that job, and so
and looks like a team fight is going to happen again here.
Ultimatum onto the Corki that's going to be the value pickoff that they're looking for. Just like that, outdated Raptors, they're going all in. Back and Drac hits all in the 12, and there goes another member down from the side of Absolute Zero, chasing in for the Maokai with nowhere to go, and that equalizer seals the deal. And just like that, Absolute Zero, they lost all the kind of momentum that they built for this Nidalee, and now Dragon's online, and that will be grabbed by outdated Drafters.
Yep, looks like the outdated Drafters will have to sacrifice this Camille most probably for that Dragon. Is going to make sure that the side of Absolute Zero doesn't get the soul here. Jumps onto the Nidalee. Nidalee will be the target here. Will have to jump away. Can Yoon run away though? Oriana chasing it down with the Silver Ultimate also available. But Corki is going to be taken down the Oriana as a 1-for-1 trade here. But looks like the side of outdated Drafters is just going to make sure that just play safe, play calm. Do not rush things out.
It really feels like the rest of outdated Drafters, they do have the party. They send that exit element alongside with the equalizer, just tickling down some health bars, but that's not going to be quite enough. Camille will be the first one to go down. Meanwhile, this is just heavy casualties from the side of Absolute Zero, where they were too late to the party, and this is just Love JL showing how it's done as they absolutely shut them all down, and it's an ace secured by outdated Drafters. And right now, it seems like they want to bait Yun into a trap, but instead, it is going to be Maokai being caught off. Just like that, they have to bail out. They cannot afford to even contest this Dragon right now.
Now you have no CC. How are you going to jump in? Musagi can do so much with those 3 triple knockups and Hexagon Ultimatum onto the Aatrox here. Aatrox is going to be locked into the backline. Cataclysm locking onto 3-person, but Maokai is still staying alive in the team fight. Jumps forward to Gwen, tries to snip into the backline, but the Silver finally manages to get a kill. Rumble gets a kill in the backline. Double kill. Nidalee taken down. No more Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero does absolutely zero in the last team fight.
And just like that, outdated Drafters have out-drafted Absolute Zero here in game 1.
So we're going into game number 2. Fiora's going to be taken away, and this again is always a target ban. You know, it's always a target ban. If you know that that team is so good in that particular champion, just ban it out. You know, just respect that. And looking at the bot lane as well, Karim and also Twisted Fate finding the bot lane here, jumps forward. The Galio is the only one alive in the bot lane here, not alive anymore, but it's going to be a trade kill. The Rel's going to be taken down as well, and that will be a very, very worth it kill for the side of Absolute Zero, but never mind, I take that back. I've spoken too early. And why are you here?
Oh boy, I'm not quite sure either. They are spending too long right down the bottom, but they might be able to secure one up against this Mordekaiser, who's only level 5. Will be able to at least get, but for the moment, it is just a little bit of a dance of a parade around the Dragon Pit, and it is going to be a swirly call coming out through. Emotions now caught in between. Now this is going to be a tough fight.
Two-shot barrage going to hit onto 3-4 members, but Hecarim finds the backline is going to feel everyone. Hero's entrance just enough to keep everyone alive. 4 versus 4, but the damage from the side of Absolute Heroes is just so much, and they have been chucked down until so much of HP. The Destiny from Twisted Fate is going to make sure that the side of Absolute Zero has to be careful. The yellow card is still available. Who he catches will get bursted down. The calling is going to be called here. Galio is going to turn onto 3. Hecarim is just half HP left, quarter HP. Will he be taken down? It's in the Mordekaiser. Brazil land, and Brazil takes him down, but it's going to be a trade kill. Ezreal's going to be taken down by the Twisted Fate as well. Set with the ultimate. Can he do anything though? It's a 4-member Haymaker. Doesn't catch the emotion. Actually, the emotions is playing against us. Now emotions gonna be taken down with the ignite, and everyone is just jumping here and there and everywhere. And this is such a huge fight, and the dragon is still alive. Lane Hero's set is almost taken down as well, but Hecarim is gonna find angle. It's not just Hecarim. The two poses gonna gallop onto the set here. Magnet Storm, Heroic Anchor is gonna try to save the set here, but it's gonna be taken down as well. Taunt on the 2 on the backline, but there is no damage dealer from the side of Absolute Zero. Can they do anything though? Can the damage from Lee Sin be enough? But I don't think this Mordekaiser want to be in this position once he come out from his realm, and he cannot take down enemy. Lee Sin jumps forward, 2-shot barrage hits onto the backline. Galio is gonna be taken down. Hecarim fighting in the backline. Yoon finally taking down the horse, galloping away, but I think the turret. Chase back just a little bit more.
What? And he still survives! He bought enough time for the rest of the team to be able to just slaughter down the rest of Absolute Zero, leaving only Musagi. But what can he do right now? Mid lane is gonna crumble in an instant, but can he buy just about enough space, enough time? He yoinks him all the way to the back. But can he actually settle the score up against Hitsune? Haymaker! Not quite enough! Public execution to try to turn the tides around, but now he has to flash away, Destiny the gold card, and it does actually get this Twisted Fate into a godlike state. The rest of the horses, they're coming with a big flank, and is it gonna be Emotion? He lands the Mountain Storm!
Magnet Storms on to 2, and those 2 members are probably going to be taken down in the next few seconds. Gargo just going to make sure that they stay alive for another second, but never mind. Galio's taken down, Mordekaiser's taken down, 3 more members alive, but can 3 members do anything here in the back line? The yellow card means you're gone again, and in the top lane, you don't even need the horse here, and Ezreal's last man surviving, and the 0-6 Ezreal is a 0-7 now, and with no items at all, I think this would be our first regional final champion for the MSB region. Outdated Crafter takes us to game number no more, because this is a best of 3 only, and that will be our game for the MSB region. This is the first game for the Philippines region. Faithfulboiz on the left, 1.5 odds on the right side. Best of 3 games. Who will take the game number 1?
Against the rest of 1.5. But they did actually pull a little bit of that chip damage on the turret. Oh, the Boo Boo already. This will secure it, and it is a win 1v2, bringing the 1v2, and he still will be taken down the list.
Damn, that was so nice. And looking at the bot lane, there's going to be Dive Riven's going to be taken down. Bot's going to be the next target. Turret, no more to save you. Bot, can he portal out though? He does, but jumps into the enemy AD carry. Can the calling do anything though? The Fiora is just last HP, but the Fiora is not going to be taken down. And Mumu safe, and just enough to make sure that 3 members of the Faithfulboiz be taken down here.
Right now. Oh, Flash Charm does not really hit the mark, as that Time Winder really buys so much space. And just like that, they now reconvene, looking for another angle of opportunity. Another charm misses, and here comes Sat Mummy.
Curse of the Sat Mummy got onto 3, and Ari just bursted down by that Aurora, and he is 3v1 with the Gargo, the side of Faithfulboiz, and is not going to deny on the fate. The flank from the Fiora is going to make sure that he stays alive with the Zillion. Oh, and will he be taken down? No, and 4 members. And all members actually from the side of 1.5 volt is still alive. Again, the Amumu keeps on getting those ults.
Yeah, they cannot just simply walk up just because this Amumu is showing so much presence. Does it actually lands a steal? He does! My goodness! He didn't have Smite Zane! That could have been his! But Fuyu somehow salvage the situation by just throwing his first ability. I don't even remember what that snap was called already. But my, that was such a good read from Faithful. But I want to see better follow-up coming from the side of Faithful Pride because this is their opportunity.
Charm's gonna hit onto the Zillion, and the Zillion is no more in the fight. Fate of the Mummy is gonna be used, but the Baron is gonna be secured as well. The side of Faithful, they have to run away. Flashes forward, Bandash is going to be tossed portals away. The bot is in a no man's land, and he is gonna be the sacrificial lamb for his team to just run away, and that is a very respectable.
They might actually get a deep angle here. They don't really know where he's at, and there we go, a call for fight.
Call for fight here. Charm's gonna hit on to the Amu ultimate from the Zillion, just trying to make sure that can it be popped though? Can the Zillion make sure that the Amu stays alive? No, the Amu is gonna be taken down. Curse of the Side Mummy is gonna be very useless here, but level 1 Jang
Top side though.
Again in a very weird position, and top side is gonna
Nexus already.
Yeah. Back to the Baron. The Baron is still in pressure here. Will Zane keep this pressure going? He just needs to find an engage. They don't know where the team is. And look at the Fiora. Jumps forward. Can he get the Riven in the base? No, the ultimate is not enough. And 2v1. I win 2v1, but not this time. And it's a shutdown onto the Fiora. And now the side of 1.5 looking for the time of Tampa Fate blocked onto 2. Can they secure this Baron? No, it's going to be stolen by the Faithfulboiz. The Faithfulboiz leaves it to the Fate. And they finally secures the Baron, steals the Baron, and has to flash away 1.5 cost. Your odds is in very bad position now. The ultimate from New Zealand is going to make sure that the Aurora stays alive, but he is going to be taken down as well. Corki packages away and has to recall now, though. The base is in trouble if they don't.
Those two super waves, top side and bot side, is just living and buying a little bit more time for 1.5 odds, but they are crashing down mid lane, and that's just about enough members to eventually seal the deal. The Nexus now exposed, the Temper Fate locked in, and the Faithfulboiz, they will triumph in an epic comeback, a massive steal to still get themselves the lead in the series. I really do wonder as we go into round 2, but man, that was just a fantastic way to start off the show between two of the finalists of the Filipino representatives. But yeah, back to the Garen versus Lissandra. If you're trying to poke out that Garen, he's still going to regen regardless, and we're seeing a scuffle for this Scuttle.
The Scuttle jumps forward. Ramos gonna get caught here. Will he be silenced though? Jangwon in a repose position, in a, what do you call that thing? And flashes forward. Ramos gonna be taken down by that Arela. It's gonna be a trade kill. Top lane gone, but Rumble still alive. Garen is still tanking the front line here. Will he do anything though? Has to flash away. Rumble is in an overheated state. If he auto attacks, he might be able to do something. And looking at the small Yolder finally here, charge. Oh, gun's gonna hit, and that will be an on being taken down. Flashes has to be used as well from the Lissandra. Fights again all over the place, man. I'm getting confused here and there. And then, look at the mid lane here. Engage from the Ramos here, trying to catch the Jin. Jin has to flash away, equalize him very beautifully, and he is going to catch the Jin off. Flashes away, has to be used. Aatrox with the Death Ender. Just going to walk around, and Garen just doing Garen things again.
Yeah, they're just going to apply a little bit more of that pressure up in the mid lane. Goes over Keating, and that Rabbit's over commits, and they will get the dive with the Judgment as well, collapsing into the first turret, and they will still be able to walk out with those kills. And instead, it's going to be a massive response coming from Faithfulboiz as the massive shield is now getting propped up. He goes knocking up in the air, but that does not deter this top laner, as that Rumble will still fall, but at least he gets things done. Here comes the curtain call. The Fool, he's got he will be sniped down.
He will be sniped down by the curtain call. The Dark Harvest is just gonna be a cherry on top for the Jin. If this Irida or Aatrox can find a weird angle to just navigate around the backline, try to find the Ezreal there, and look at the Rumble is gonna get Chi-Chi saying knocked up into Frozen, but he still stays alive though, because this is a full tank Rumble we were looking at. Colin Force was gonna go on to 3. One person is going to get down. Irida finally not in the game. Then the side of 1.5 looking to just take one by one down. They want to play this front and back. Garen's gonna get the Judgment onto the Aatrox as well. 3 kills onto 2, and the side of Faithfulboiz will have to just play this slowly again. And curtain call gets onto the Ramos here. The Ezreal, the Fool, is the Fool that can he stays alive or gets another kill, but the Jin just does too much damage, and that will be a Qontra kill for that Jin. And look at the dragon here. Both teams really want this dragon. They spend a lot, and Lissandra has to recall. Jin not available, not alive here. And I don't think Faithfulboiz is in a position to fight for this, but they do have the Irila, they do have the Aatrox. Color Force Force is going to be used here. Ramos is going to make sure that the dragon is going for them, and Ezreal is going to be in trouble. Is going to be taken down in the back line here, and looking at both sides here, Faithfulboiz is in position. There is no carries from the side of 145 odds left. The damage from the Heimerdinger is not going to be enough. The ultimate from the Sun is going to lock this Ramos up. Can this Ramos run away though? Judgment from the Garen almost takes down 4 members from the side of Faithfulboiz. Has very, very low amount of health, but they just cannot chase. They can't chase. If they over chase, the Faithfulboiz will just jump onto them. Now, all the 4 shots are going to call out in shift, jumps away, and that is Heimerdinger is going to be busted down. Calling is the curtain call is going to zone the Ezreal away. He has to stay alive though. Jin is going to be targeted. Evening Child has to run away. Anything goes, trying to find something here. The Fool jumps forward. The Jin is still freely attacking all around with the Ghost. Just jumps. Oh, it's not Ghost actually. It's just his crit passive is just it's just very fast. And this fight, man, I don't know what to say anymore at this moment.
Is it safe to say that this game is pretty much over before we even break the Nexus? It might just be it, but hey, that's going to be a catch coming from the Rammus, but he doesn't have the damage to stop Evening Child. And look at how quickly he just gets out of the party. Still has the Guild Force up, and this is going to be a big committal with the Ornhorn being called right through. He gets the double knock, and now they collapse.
They collapse. The curtain call is just the cherry on top to make sure that nobody runs away, and that is going to be an unstoppable for that Jin. An 11 crease 6 with almost 10 collector points here. That Jin is just doing a lot of damage in the backline with 1.5 cost, not being able to find any engage properly. Up, Lissandra's gone again, and you know that has been juking me a lot right now. And looking at the side of Faithfulboiz, they just want to end this game as fast as possible, and Jin got executed by the base.
Oh, just a little bit of blunder, overcommit that back by time. He gets the shutdown on the Aurelia. Jiangwan's already out, but he gives his life for it. Will Ender being popped just to get out of the way. They can secure themselves the Infernal Drake. And there is going to be a big bounty on this one. So 1.5 odds, it's still not over and done just yet. With the Mountain Soul, the Tang Rumble is going to get so much beefier. And now we'll use in a little bit of a pickle. Does not have the 4th shot up online, but they will still bring in the curtain call into the fight.
Yeah, I'm looking at a 2-shot barrage from that Ezreal. Does nothing, and the Garen trying to do something here. The Jin gets a double kill in the back, like Heimerdinger is no more, and knocks up the Rumble Tang, and Zhonya's gonna make sure that the Jin stays alive. Oh, Lissandra stays alive for another second, and I don't think the 1.5 odds has anything left in this game, as the side of Faithfulboiz is looking to end this. Irila gets another kill onto the Ezreal. The trough is a very bad trough, and perhaps we could just end this as fast as possible, and that will be a legendary for this Jin. The side of Faithfulboiz living it to the fate, and they are going to get the free buy to the second round for the WSPL Shattered Pacific Legion.
So I hope you will be able to enjoy the entire course, especially you guys who've been watching. And all of this, of course, will not be possible without our dear partners as well as organizers to be bringing the WSPL to everybody to enjoy. And with that, we'd like to thank the funders, of course, KBS, ESI. They've been absolutely great as they have been supporting all of the youths in esports from across the region. And on top of that, thank you so much to Instalock Esports as our host of the entire WSPL. And I would like to also thank the co-hosts, Unimass Esports Club, University of Malaysia Sarawak Students Official Esports Club. On top of that, our main streamer, Gizmo Arena. Big thanks to the guys literally getting everything done for us. You guys can actually check them out because they're having a cyber cafe back in Sarawak. And all of this is supported by Unimass Entrepreneurial Center.